I hope you all had an awesome Easter. Alrighty, let's get straight into this. So last week we did corn fritters and they are freaking amazing. And I thought school holidays start tomorrow here in South Australia. I'm pretty sure you guys in Melbourne, they started last week. So I thought I might as well just keep going with the trend and do some tuna and corn fritters. These are one of my favourite things to do. The kids absolutely love them. And yeah, I thought I'd bang out a few recipes for the holidays. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, I'll write the recipe below as always to make it easy for you guys, is we're going to get 3 eggs and we're going to crack them into a small bowl, whisk them with a fork and set them aside. Okay, then we want to get a large bowl and we want to sift 1.5 cups of self-raising flour into there. Into that we want to add 1 teaspoon of mustard powder. So I always use the Keen's one, but you can use any mustard powder you got. We put 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Now I always use a sweet one for this, so today I'm using a Hungarian sweet paprika. And 1 teaspoon of lemon pepper. So I always use the McCormick lemon and pepper seasoning. Whenever you go away camping, always take a jar of that with you. Mix them in really well. Once we've mixed that really well, just put a hole in the middle. Push it all around and get a hole in there. Put our 3 eggs that we whisk into there. And now we need 3/4 cup of soda water. You want it nice and cold as well. Alright, pour it in and then mix it in really well. Once you've given it a really good beaten up, it'll look like this. Okay, and now we want to set it aside, set a timer, and we want to leave it sitting there for 10 minutes. While our batter's doing its thing, we want to get 3 large spring onions, or roughly 5 smaller ones. So just a handful of spring onions, okay? And we'll take the ends and the tops off, and then we just want to cut them really thin and set them aside for a minute. Once we've done that, we want roughly 1/4 cup of parsley chopped up. Now I'm using the whatever leaf you call this, but I've also got some flat leaf parsley, so it doesn't matter what parsley you've got, just use whatever you want. So I'm going to use the curly one for the 1/4 cup, and then I've got a little bit of flat leaf up there that I'm just going to use for decoration. So chop up 1/4 cup and set that aside. Okay, once we've done that, the next thing we need is 200 grams of cheddar cheese. Now this Kraft one, you get it on the shelf next to all the Vegemites and peanut paste. You can get it from IGA, Foodland, and I think Woolies. Now if you don't have any of them, you can also get this one, which is exactly the same one, from Coles, and I'm pretty sure it's in the same section right next to your Vegemites nut. Okay, so we need 200 grams of that grated. Now if you can't get it, just use whatever cheese you can get a hold of, but if you can definitely get that, definitely use it. Oh yeah, baby. Once we've grated our lovely cheddar, we set that aside. Now this is a 410 gram can of sweet corn kernels. You can get a little bit less or a little bit more, it doesn't matter, but grab a can. Now we want to completely drain all the juice out. Alright, just make sure you really do drain it out really well. Once we've done that, we set that aside. And now we get a 425 gram can, roughly, of tuna flakes. I get them in spring water, but you can get them any way you want, okay? So now what we want to do is take the lid off of that and squeeze the life out of that as well and get all the juice out, because we do not want soggy fritters. Once we've squeezed the life out of the tuna, take the lid out. Now we just want to get a fork and you just want to mash it up and make sure there's no big chunks. So this is obviously a cheaper tuna, and have a look at that, there is no chunks in it. But normally if you get your Seakiss tuna or your John West, it'll be big chunks. So you just want to really smash it up with a fork and get it all nice and thin. Okay, our 10 minutes is up. So we grab our batter mix. Alright, we put our cheese in. Our tuna in. Chuck the corn in. Spring onions. Parsley, and now give it all a really good mix through. Take your time with that, it's going to take a minute. Once you finish folding that through properly, just slowly mixing it until you get it all to look yummy and gorgeous like that. Okay, next thing we need to do is get out a deep frying pan. Okay, now we want to heat it up on just under medium we want to get 1/3 cup of oil. So I like using olive oil because it's really good for you, but use any oil you've got. Now it might seem like a lot of oil, but we are deep frying. So instead of using a deep fryer, we're doing it shallowly, but we're still deep frying. So what you've got to do is get out some plates with paper towel on them, and as soon as they're finished cooking, you put them straight on the paper towel to absorb all the oil. I don't have a very level kitchen. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, so now what we want is a 1/4 cup measurement. We want to get 1/4 cup of our mix and put them in there. And now we cook them for roughly 4 minutes either side. 4 minutes later, we want to carefully turn them over and then push them down. Not a heat, but about halfway. Oh yeah, baby. Once our 4 minutes is up, we just want to flip them over one more time for 1 minute, just to get all the outside bits crispy that we pushed down the first time. So on this side for 1 minute, then off they come and onto the paper. I call these tuna mornay in a fritter. They are so good. Okay, move them aside for a minute, grab out a plate. Now you know me by now, I love a stack. Now they make about 16, and they're very filling. So stack them up, however many you want to stack up. I'll do 4. Now you can put anything you want with these. You can do a mayo. One of my sons likes tartare sauce. You can use Greek yogurt, or you can just smash them on their own. Okay, so I've got a bit of mayo. I've just set them down to get some more. So I'm just going to put some mayo on here. Now I'll grab a teaspoon and just squish it like so. Put them in a bit closer. Now honey mayo is just amazing and it really sets it off. So I'm just going to get a little tiny bit of honey and I'm just going to drizzle it in the middle of it. Then I'm going to put a little bit of flat leaf parsley on top because that's what I've got. And a little bit through the mayo. And just like that, lovelies, we've got ourselves another pearler of a little meal. Really cheap, really easy to make, lots of fun. Oh my god, who wouldn't want to just smash down fritters that taste like tuna mornay? Oi, oh, of course, I forgot. You've got to add the wedge of lemon. Have yourselves an awesome night. I'll see you really soon. Bye.